Hello and welcome back. You are tuned into the Underwater Rugby channel, broadcasting live from Helsinki, Finland. We are about to start the last match of the first round. It will be a very exciting one between Krefeld and Malmo Triton. Just a quick briefing on these two teams and their history in the league. The Krefeld team has been in for a rather short time, and they have played a total of 13 games in the Euroleague. They have 6 wins, 3 draws, 4 losses. They have scored 33 goals. They have surrendered 13 goals, giving them a positive differential of 20 goals. Malmo Triton has been with the league the entire time. They have 51 games under their belts, and they have 22 wins, 5 draws, and 24 losses. They have scored 146 goals in total, and they have surrendered or allowed 145 goals, a goal differential of +1. The two teams have met, and Krefeld won their single meeting, which was, Triton won, it can't be. Krefeld won 0-1. Anyway, this is what's written on the paper here, and I'll check it, but I believe that Krefeld won. So, without further ado, the teams will now enter, and I'll introduce the players then.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, are you ready?
Before I introduce the players, I'd like to just introduce the Underwater Rugby channel team. My name is Davro Tien. I am a commentator. The other commentator today was Jani Makkinen. The on-land camera operator, Sergei Demianovsky. And the chief scorekeeper, Svetlana Komarova. The director of replays, Alexander Kalinin. The director of broadcasts, Alexei Hanji. Titles Director, Daria Hanji. Sound Director, Yevgeny Boyko. The other camera operator, Pyotr Turzin. Underwater camera operator, Alexandra Bashenkova. And the other underwater camera operator, Yegor Kuznetsov. Scorekeeper, the manager of the scorekeepers, Valeria Turikova. Euroleague Chief Manager, Anton Chuzin. The Manager of Statistics, Natalia Boyko. An additional Stats Manager, Stanislav Rusov. And an additional Stats Manager, Anastasia Rusov. And now we come to the two teams that are going to play in the last match here. In blue for Krefeld, wearing number 3, Christian Jakobs. Number 4, Paul Werner. Number 5, Sasha Bogish. Number 6, David Kressig. Number 8, Yannick Graf. Number 10, Kihan B. Bahani. Number 13, Martin Meskis. Number 14, Carl Wilhelm Hole. Number 57, Jan Kinderman. Number 77, Manuel Gassner. And the captain, wearing number 91, Nicholas Okelbach. Finally, number 96, Max Keaton. The coach is Christian Jakobs. On the other side of the pool, wearing white, for Malmo Triton, number 1, Karl Falk. Number 4, Andreas Berienholtz. Number 11, Simon Jobs. Number 12, Emmanuel Johansson. Number 13, Stefan Poldragac. And the captain, wearing number 14, Jürgen Persson. Number 19, Thomas Schenkeli. Number 29, Patrick Sonnet Nielsen. Number 58, Sebastian Brandström. Number 81, Christopher Suarez. Number 83, Gustav Kavalin. Number 97, Edvin Mortensen. And in reserve, number 8, Ulf Rydell. Number 15, Matthias Levin Persson. And number 88, Joachim Nielsen. The referees this match are on deck, Rafael Tito de Moras, and in the water, Manuel Tito de Moras and Kaiser Lindman.
One minute.
Hello. Can you hear me okay? All right, good. So we're back on here. This is the final match. Yanni had to go, but
Team's ready. 10 seconds.
this is going to be a really great match. Krefeld is a very exciting team, and I think Malmo Triton is on its way up. They're going to fight hard. It's going to be close. Triton was first to get to the ball. They move it over. Falk couldn't take it. Now all the way over on the other side, we have Krefeld pushing forward. And they have it in the corner. Hold it, unable to hold on to it. Nielsen picks it off, passes it over. And Triton manages to move up the side and then back briefly before going forward. High tempo. This is not a relaxed game. We have seen some slower play, but this is not. They're moving forward quickly. And Krefeld took the ball back again. They move up. They get caught in a scrum. They lose the ball, chasing down. And the referee halts it. Max Caton drops the ball to the bottom of the pool.
Separate teams.
The teams are ordered to separate. A technical problem. We've had some trouble with the buzzer. Looks like trouble with the signaling equipment. And absolutely, this game has started out with a high pace. You could feel the hunger of these two teams. They put a new signal buzzer into the water. Now they're going to test it. Typically these are car horns. Somebody told me that old Volkswagens provided a popular homemade buzzer. Okay, it's going to be a referee ball. So it just tossed in. And two players were in a perfect position. They wrestled over it. Onkelbach got it over. They passed down to Gassner. Gassner to, who is it over there? Bogish. They get it over to, was it Meskis? Now it's Onkelbach again. Onkelbach passed it over. Meskis coming in from above. He passes over to Kressig. Kressik's brother Philip was supposed to get an award for having scored the most goals last season, but he's not here. Roughing. Free throw for Krefeld.
Blue free throw, roughing.
I can't hear myself. Okay, so one of the questions you might wonder, okay, Triton.
Attacking the head.
Attack.
Blue free throw, attacking the head.
Attacking the head, so another free throw awarded to Krefeld. They go down straight away, and Triton chases, pushes Krefeld into the corner. Unkelbach comes out in the middle. And there, Holtz puts some pressure on, and they steal the ball. And now it's a break. Carl Falk passes over to Suarez. Suarez puts his hand out to protect himself and keeps swimming forward. They get now all the way over 2-on-1. They strip it. And Falk tries to, they corner him. They're trying to get the ball back. They've got 2-on-1. And he manages to weave the ball between his legs and pass it down. So elegant play. Off the wall. From above. Pass down. They float up. Another pass down. And primary possession still remains with Krefeld. Krefeld's got the back of the goalie, but the goalie's big and manages to, must have been Johansson, but now they've stolen the goal. They have to get, now they've got the ball above. It hit the rim. Spun out. Another chance coming here. Triton trying to cover the goal. At last, Holtz picks it up. He's going to hold on to it. He won't give it up easily. Empty goal. The goalie comes down in time. They pass. Halt to the action. Holding.
Wide free throw. Wide free throw. Holding.
So Triton gets a free throw on holding. They barely avoided giving up a goal. They had an empty basket there. It was dramatic. The ball hit the rim and bounced out. It could have just as well gone in. And I'm sure the Krefeld player who did that might still be in their head now. Triton passing downward, trying to move forward. Picked up by Unkelbach. Triton on the surface. Fast pass out, over. And not quite precise enough. Picked off by Krefeld. Krefeld is coming over on the side.
Playing above the surface. Playing above the surface.
The ball emerged from the water.
Separate teams who have a technical problem.
Again, there's some kind of problem with the signal equipment.
Separate teams will have a technical problem.
Technical timeout. Hi there. Yep. Ulf Rydell, who is one of the Swedish national team coach, the women's national team coach, giving some instruction. Holtz, the captain. There we go, the fans. So there was a critical moment there for Malmo Triton. They survived it, and the technical timeout came at a good time for them because they needed to talk over the situation. They need to have better control, not lose the ball so easily. Krefeld forechecks so aggressively that they can put any team on the defensive. Manuel Gassner was cold, shivering with cold there. Some players don't have very much body fat, so they need to keep moving. Krefeld moving around. Kreisig passes down to Onkelbach. Onkelbach passes over to the middle. They get it to Martin Meskis. Gassner. Borgish. He comes down. Mortensen goes in to strip the ball away. Krefeld holds on. They bat the ball down. Suarez tries to pick it up. And the buzzer's not working, so there's some kind of
holding. Blue free throw holding.
A hammer and bell, or I don't know what you call it. We can't actually hear it out here. I've got headphones on, but apparently the buzzer's just not working. Krefeld holds on to the ball. They're by the center, moving around. They like to move the ball around before they move in. Gassner passes down. Barinholtz underneath. He strips the ball away, but not able to hold on to it. Or he does get it. And now Onkelbach twisting, spins round. He's a big guy. It's hard to hold on to his legs. Somebody's lost their mask and snorkel. Now we have a camera on the bottom. It was Barinholtz who's...
White number 97, attacking equipment, 2-minute penalty.
Okay, so Edvin Mortensen sent off for attacking grabbing equipment.
White timeout.
Triton calls timeout. They have a power play against them. Scoreless so far in the first half. And where is Barinholtz's mask and snorkel? Has he been taken out of the game? I don't know. It would seem to me that he should have a mask and snorkel. It's being brought to him. No? Yeah, they found it on the bottom of the pool. So this is just a hypothesis, and it could be wrong. But Mortensen was sent off for attacking equipment, and Barinholtz didn't have a mask and snorkel. Surely Mortensen didn't attack Barinholtz, but it could have been retribution for something that one of the Krefeld players did intentionally or unintentionally, or it was perceived that it was an attack on equipment.
Player substitution for the white team. Number 58 and number 1 go out.
Okay, Brandström's out, and Ulf Rydell is in. And Falk is out also. And Matthias Levin Persson is in for Falk. So they're not waiting to the halftime to make these changes.
Number 8 and 15 coming in. Blue free throw.
So Werner put the ball in play. Now it's down at the bottom. Yannick Graf lurking in at the center, but he's far from the ball. And Kreisig swims over, fetches it, comes over. Onkelbach is over on the left side. They're all the way over in the corner. swimming slowly. Krefeld comes up for air. And Poltergeist pushed him out a little bit, and now is that...
Attacking equipment. Blue free throw.
Okay. We're still in the power play here.
Blue free throw.
So
There's a referee call.
are they sending him out for 2 minutes? No, I don't think. No, it's just a free throw. To kill off this power play, Triton has created a super scrum here underwater. It's drifting up to the surface, and Caton and who was the other? Was it Holy?
Attacking the head. Blue free
Attack on the head, so it's a free throw for Krefeld. Oh, I've lost the screen here. Oh, it's back. Onkobak in the center. Down on the side over here, Bogish, and they've managed to weaken the Triton goal, but Emmanuel Johansson is there, his feet are up, he's pushing them out. Now it ends up on the surface. Possession has been dominated by Krefeld. A long pass over, Bergenholtz manages to get his hands on it, and the ball's dumped down to the bottom. It's going to be a free throw in favor of Triton. Attack on the head.
White free throw.
Bergenholtz goes out.
White free throw attacking the head.
So Matthias Levin Persson puts the ball into play. They get a pass down to the bottom. Ulfredel over on the right side, and then he heads up and manages to get a pass off. But Triton doesn't hold on to the ball. Gassner has taken it. He's caught by an arm, and they're trying to strip him of the ball on the surface, and they manage to do so. And a pass down, Riddell back. It's almost like a replay of what happened just a second ago. Riddell passes over into the middle, and they lose it again. It was deja vu, really. Now, whistle blows, halt the action.
White number 19, 2 minutes, attacking equipment.
Okay, so a new penalty. Shankly is sent out to sit in the penalty box for grabbing somebody's equipment, which could be grabbing the suit or the mask or the fins. All of those are equipment. You're not allowed to grab them. So Shankly out. Shankly, the former Vienna player. Has found a new home with the Swedish club here. So Triton have to kill off a new power play. It's the second one for an identical infraction.
Separate the teams. Separate
Teams ordered to separate.
Separate the team. Captains.
The captains are called over to the deck referee, Rafael Tito de Moras. He has words for them. I think he's going to tell them to
find a way to
calm down.
Play this game in a decent way. So, yeah.
So they feel it's becoming too rough, too many infractions. The two, Jürgen Persson and Nicholas Unkelbach, return to tell their teams what the referee has instructed them to do. I don't think that the infractions have been only on one side. That's unlikely, but they're retaliating for whatever they perceived was a wrongdoing. It's escalating.
Blue free throw. Blue free
Rafael Titomaris wants to stop that. The deck referee is the referee in charge of the match. The referees in the water report to him, and then he makes the decisions on land. Krefeld takes the free throw. They get it down to Unkelbach. Unkelbach twists around, and they're working. Over on the right side, Triton gets it, but having trouble finding someone to pass it to. Benningholtz comes all the way around down to take a pass, and then they pass out to the other side of the pool. And that was good. Persson managed to move it quite far over, and then back out again. Persson holding out on the bottom. Spins round. He's unable to contemplated passing between his legs, but when he drew it back, it was picked off, stripped away. And now the goalie's getting messed with. His goalie's gone, but they're twisting and above, and the basket's been stolen, and they've got it to the player, but the Triton player intercepted it. Triton's got his basket back, but it's a mess. And this is the second time that there's been chaos around the Malmo Triton basket, and they've survived it. But Krefeld is still on the offensive. The power play is over, of course, by now, and they're at full strength.
Time penalty. Player number 4, white number 4, attacking the head. 2 minutes.
2 minutes more for Triton. Benningholtz sent off. 2 minutes. He's angry, and they can't really afford to lose Benningholtz, and indeed, it cost them immediately. For in this power play,
scored by number 77.
Gassner scores. He came in
Scored
from
by number 77, assisted by number 10.
Okay, here the sequence was they came in on the right side, and they were hassling. The goalie was stressed, and
Okay.
so after that the power play
Ready?
is over because the goal was scored. So Triton's at full strength. They're coming over. I think there's no question that Malmo Triton has an enormous amount of desire and is pushing really hard. But what we see is that Krefeld is a very effective team. Their forechecking has such intensity that they manage to strip the ball all the time and maintain possession. Unkelbach is their figure in the center. Gassner has this
Attacking the head.
as his goal.
White free throw.
So attack on the head, that gives a free throw to Malmo Triton. Jürgen Persson puts it into play, and the Triton player over there, it was Simejob, shakes loose the tackler and comes in. Mortensen passes over to the left side, then back. I think it's Persson. And then over. Oh no, it's Persson now. Mortensen, he passed over to the left side. It's good. This is methodical. This is what Triton needs to do. But the ball is stripped away. And they come in and take it back again. A new attack coming, a new wave. Holding.
Attacking or holding. Blue free throw, holding.
Krefeld gets the ball. Krefeld gets the ball, and they have a 1-0 lead on a power play goal by Gassner. They could ill afford to lose Andreas Bering-Holtz, and when he went out, the goal came quickly. But Triton's playing with a lot of intensity also. Krefeld coming over from above, looking to dump the ball down. They got players on both sides. Holding called against Krefeld.
Holding. White free throw. Holding. White free throw.
Triton puts the ball into play. Bering-Holtz passes it over. They get it to Riddell on the bottom right side. And now he's got a teammate on the bottom in the Mela position in the scissors. He's got it in. Goal! Triton! Good stuff here.
Goal for the white team by number 4.
That was Bering-Holtz. He was
Assist.
in the position
Assist.
there.
Any assist, white team?
Yes, there was an
Assist.
assist. I think that was Riddell.
Score by number 4. Assist by number 8. Number 8 assist. Ready?
Yes, Ulf Riddell
Ready.
has the assist on the Bering-Holtz goal from the scissors. And of course, Bering-Holtz is a master at that move. Attack on the head. Warning.
White player number 83. 2-minute time penalty.
Okay, so another power play. Gustav Kavelin.
8-3.
Gustav Kavelin has been sent off for attacking equipment.
Blue free throw.
He'll have a chance to rest here. And Triton has to kill another 2-minute penalty. And Krefeld's coming in from above. It's difficult. A lot of pressure here. They've lost their basket, stolen. They get it back. Johansson is there. There are 2 people in the penalty box. It's a super power play for
Holding. White free throw.
for
Holding.
Krefeld.
White free throw.
Now what's Triton going to do with this double penalty power play? They have 4 players in the water, and they need to prevent Krefeld from making an attack on the goal. So they hold on and go to the surface and just lock up the ball and kill off the time. End of the first half, 1-0 lead
Half time.
to Krefeld, and there's the 2-player power play waiting after halftime. So this is a really exciting last match of the day. And I'll just take a brief break here and rejoin you after the highlights. All right, I'm Daryl Tian. We're broadcasting live over the internet. This is the Euroleague. And you're watching the final match of the first round of the season. This is between Malmo Triton and Krefeld from Germany. Krefeld has a 1-0 lead, and they're going to have a 2-player suspension power play. So 2 Malmo Triton players are in the penalty box, and that's going to give 4 players a rough strain here. They're going to have to fight really hard. Shankly is out and Joachim Nielsen is in. One of the questions that I put forward is why could Niklas Enkebach be a national team player in Germany? And the answer that I received was no, he's too slow and he's
1 minute.
not dynamic enough. But he's the center of the Krefeld hub, and the other players work around him. They get the ball to him in the center, and he gives them stability. And then they have a lot of players who punch hard, and that's tough, because Triton is no weak team, and yet they're having trouble holding on to the ball. And they have to really step it up now to solve the problem of how to prevent Krefeld from dominating possession, because they'll put more goals in. Right now it's still just a 1-0 lead on a Gassner power play goal. There are 6 Krefeld players in the water, but just 4 for Malmo Triton. So Triton needs to hold on until they can get those players back again.
We have a technical problem.
Another technical problem. Separate, but they don't need to separate because they're already at the edge. Whatever buzzer they had is not working. It's dark now. It's late in the evening.
Ready?
Okay, whistle blows. They're off. First to the ball is Krefeld. But Triton didn't even try to go for it. They're going to do their defending closer to the basket, and they're committing 2 players to the scrum, but they've got Unkelbach on the other side, and that's not a very equal battle. The ball gets pushed underwater, and the Triton players are being deprived of oxygen. They're just clinging to it, holding on, and now Krefeld gets the ball, and they're maneuvering. They've got a good position. Triton trying to lock up the player. Suarez is holding on. Ville trying to jerk it free. Suarez holds on, and so there are 2 players committed by Triton. They're pulling on their own player, which is it's gonna be another call here. Okay. Triton's been warned for holding the ball against the opponent's face, which I...
Warning white team. I'll tell you later what it is. Go for
an exchange here. So,
free throw.
a free throw. And they just have 4 players here. And they dumped the ball. Oh, Krefeld didn't see it. It was a good opportunity to score another goal on the 2-player power play. And now, is it Emmanuel Johansson up here? They're pushing the ball across the pool to get it away from their own goal. Poldegac and who else is it? And they're actually going to make a play on the goal here. Berlingholtz backs out though. And Ulfridell stays down below on the bottom, heads over to the right side, pushes off, and holds onto the ball, faking the pass. Now he passes down, and they get the ball down to the bottom. Gustav Kavelin passes down to Berlingholtz. Berlingholtz comes out to the other side. And then he turns around and goes back again. He's not going to sit there and get attacked. He's making this a lesson in evasion, killing off these power play here. And let me just see if they must be at full strength now again. They are. They needed those 2 players. They managed to. Oh yes, I'm sorry. I've said that Krefeld's leading, but it's a 1-1 on the Berlingholtz goal, so this game is open.
Blue free throw holding. Blue free throw holding.
Oh yes, going back to the introduction. My interpretation of this table that they gave me is that Malmo Triton won the last match between these 2 teams 1-0 in Krefeld. No, it was in Malmö, 2018. Now, Triton Mortensen swims into resistance. Caton strikes him. The ball drops down after, well, he had already given it up. Now, Krefeld coming in. Unkelbach lurking at the bottom there. The Kavelin took it out.
Blue, free throw.
Krefeld awarded
Roughing.
a free throw for
Blue,
roughing.
free throw, roughing. Bra, Mattias.
Matthias Levin Persson out. He climbed out of the for an exchange. Uli coming in.
Kom igen nu killar, nu spelar vi smart. Fortsätt med det nu. Gustav kommer,
Ja.
uppe. Bra killar. Fortsätt spela.
They get the ball back to Unkelbach,
Fortsätt med det.
who's the
Gör ert jobb ordentligt. Bra, jobbs uppe.
player who feeds the ball.
Killar, nu sticker vi. Bra Per.
But now Triton's stripped the ball. Oh, they lose it. And now it's going to be a quick reversal. Unkelbach down one-on-one with the goalie. And he gets the goalie off.
Bra killar, ner på positionen.
The ball disappears, but
Bra i banan. Bra killar.
oh, Triton has it. A bad pass, too ambitious. They lose it. But they managed to get, who was it? Bibahani up to the surface where they wrestle. The ball drops down or begins to drop, taken by Triton. And it's a fast break, but he's 1-on-3. The ball's batted away. Triton on the bottom now. They're slowing it up. They should. They need to have a stable. Mortensen over now to, who is it? Spinning around in the corner on the bottom and then over. Persson over to Benningholtz. A race for the ball. Triton manages to win it. They go into the corner. And back out again. Long pass. Triton attacking. He's got a teammate on the other side. Simon Jobs is in position, but he doesn't have the bottom.
Gör vi den lilla extra för varandra.
Simon Jobs rips it away. Passes. A new attack. Very good by Triton here.
Edvin kommer nu.
Poltergach working. The ball's exposed. And Krefeld manages to grab the ball and come up. They've got it. Gastner.
Bollen nu.
Werner. But the ball bounces away bottom.
Holding.
Back and forth. Holding called.
White free throw. Holding.
Triton gets the ball now. Free throw for Triton. 8 minutes left in the second half here. 1-1. Timeout called by
Blue timeout. Timeout, Blue.
Krefeld. Makes sense. Krefeld was dominating in the first half. Long possession, a lot of threats. Could have scored more. Instead, they're locked at a 1-1 tie. And Triton survives some horrible power play situations. They managed to get through with 4 players. And Krefeld was unable to score on them. Suarez is talking to his team. Jürgen Persson, captain, telling his teammates
Timeout
what he
over.
expects of them.
White
The
free
timeout is over. Krefeld link hands, shout.
throw. White free throw holding. Take your positions.
Triton goes to the center. No, it's going to be a free throw quite close to the basket. It looks like they're going to pass it on the surface, and they do. Over to the right side, and then back. Coming over. He gets it down to Persson. Comes on the bottom, passes over. Benning Holtz over to Persson. He's coming in, backs out. He's looking for a teammate. It's a long, ambitious pass. It's batted away, but Benning Holtz recovers it. Now they come in, and they've got a player in a good position. Kavelin was there for a while to try and do a melee, but now Yannick Graf up to the surface for air. He's swimming. He manages to get his upper body down below. He's looking for a pass. He finds a teammate out to David Kreisig. Kreisig goes over to the left side. They pass back and forth. Triton chasing. And now after Jakobs came in, I don't see who lost the ball there, but they get it back. Or do they? Triton, they have a scrum and a new scrum. It's a tough exchange here. Ball drops down, Triton picks it up. Unable to hold on to it. Pushed down to the bottom. Krefeld has it. Looking for a pass. The fans are watching. Unkelbach coming in from above. He dumps it down. No, he doesn't. He passes it over to Graf. It drops down to the bottom. Benning Holtz picks it up. He swims. He drags the player with him. He moves the ball around. 3 players. They can't get it from him. Eventually it's batted away, but
Wide free throw, holding.
Holding called
Wide
against
free throw, holding.
Krefeld. Less than 6 minutes remaining in the game. 5:49 showing on the game clock there. 1-1. Fake. Benning Holtz swims on the surface. Pass down. Oh, they're putting pressure on Krefeld. Benning Holtz wrestling there. Gassner enters the fray. In a good place, lurking below. Johannesson. Persson has it. He swims to avoid getting locked up. All the way over by the referee and then to the corner. He puts on an arm. He holds it. He rolls the ball on the bottom. The other player is forced to let go of him. And then he rolls the ball back to a teammate. Very slick technique there. Oh, now Triton coming in. They've got a good pass, but he dumps it into the belly of the back in front of him. And Triton maintains possession. They're coming in with a new wave. Good stuff by Triton here there. But Krefeld finally picks off the ball. And Sonnet Nielsen tugging at the ball. And now he's taken over by Kavelin. Martin Meskis. Oh, this is tiring.
Holding. Blue free throw.
Holding called against Triton. 4 minutes roughly. 4 minutes 10 seconds remaining on the clock. 1-1 tie here. Scrum below the surface. Triton player held by 3.
White free throw, roughing.
Roughing called.
White free throw.
Roughing called against Krefeld. I don't know what who the player was or exactly what the roughing was, but it was a somewhat difficult position for the Triton player who had 3 grabbing him. Was it a concern for safety which drew that call? Possibly. All right, Triton coming in. After Persson brought the ball over, Triton and Krefeld have exchanged possession, and now a pass. Bogish picked it off. Gassner spinning round. He gets his hand free, he finds a teammate. Meskis, I think it is. Tough fight here. Johansson. Krefeld takes it down below. Hard forechecking, direct. Good stuff by Triton here, preventing Yannick Graf from moving. So that was Jürgen Persson who put that pressure on there. They're floating up to the surface in a scrum. A lot of players involved. Who's underneath? Triton's underneath, but see who gets it. Sonnet Nielsen. Okay, now there's an attack. Triton's over on the side. Locked up after the pass to the left. They're above the basket, not a good place from the Krefeld perspective. Rough fight for the ball on the surface here. They're tugging. Suarez. Krefeld holding on. Oh, this is a brutal physical contest here. Suarez gets the ball. No, it was Björn Holtz.
1 minute remaining.
1 minute left in the game. Could go to a penalty shootout. Levine Persson passed over. Mortensen moved it in. They got the ball bouncing at the bottom by the Krefeld goal, but there was no Triton player who was able to exploit that. And now Meskis moves the ball over to Unkelbach. Punched away. Picked up by Triton. Kabelin. Taken away. Krefeld. Unkelbach on the left side. He passes down. They swim towards the corner. That's it. The end of the game. Regular time is over. Penalty shootout to follow.
Game over. 5 minute break.
5 minutes rest
Shootout.
before the penalty shootout begins.
We'll have to discuss that with the captain. Captain, white team captain.
Penalty shootout coming. I'm going to go
White
down
team captain.
and snap a photo or two instead of trying to just talk for 5 minutes straight. I'll be back in just a second.
Stefan, kan du lägga en straff? Du lägger första. Jag tar första. Stefan lägger andra. Manu tar andra. Manu lägger tredje, du lägger första. Stefan lägger andra, Manu lägger tredje. Jag tar första, du tar andra, du tar tredje. Händer det någonting så slipper du. Orkar du inte så slipper du. Men du lägger första. Han lägger första. Stefan är tvåa, va? Stefan är tvåa. Och sen tredje var va? Emanuel. Number 5. Ska jag ha det? Ska jag ta bort?
Each team has had to select 3 players to shoot for the penalty shootout. 3 players to defend, 3 players to shoot. And we'll see who they have selected. It's going to be Krefeld that takes the first shot. And who is it? It is 13. So it's Martin Meskis. And the goalie who will defend for Triton. Let's see who it is. Meskis takes the ball.
Players, get ready.
So it's Christopher Suarez is going to take this. Suarez dives. He goes down. He puts up his legs. He's on the basket. He's removed. He manages to get back to his position. Meskis gets air, comes back down again. And Suarez is out of position, and the ball goes in. Good effort there by Christopher Suarez. And
Number 13 and blue.
so Meskis managed to wear down Suarez. It was a good fight.
Players ready?
And now Kihan Bibahani is defending against Berienholtz. Berienholtz is huge. He's got very huge frame. It's going to be very difficult for him to stop. He's going to go up and get air with 30 seconds left. Down he comes. He's got under. Now he's got position. He drops it in with 15 seconds left. So it's 1-1.
Number 4
So Bergenholtz has evened it up, 1-1 in the penalty shootout here. B. Bahani was unable to hold off Bergenholtz.
Ready?
And now
Start from the middle. Ready?
Kavalin is going to defend for Triton. And it's Keaton who's coming in for Krefeld. He goes up for air now. Kavalin can think about things. It's long. He's below. He's got the basket. It goes in. So
Goal scored by number 96.
so far, every single one of these shots has been after a player has gone back to the surface to tank up with air and to leave the goalie to suffer below.
Players ready?
Now, next shot. Poltergach comes in. He's got the goalie off the goal. He's opened it up. He's holding it away. And now he's going to go up for air. The goalie's heart is pounding. It's Kreisig. Kreisig's resisting. But Poltergach gets him off the basket and puts it in. 2-2.
My team, number 13. Goal.
So
Yes,
Stefan
you can challenge.
Poltergach evens it up.
Blue team is calling for a video review.
Oh, they want a video
Blue
review.
team is calling for a video review. Attack on the head. Separate teams.
Okay, so this is this is going to be interesting. See what they show here. Krefeld has requested a video appeal claiming attack on the head. Now we'll watch. So here he is. He's got the back of the head. And he pulled him over by the putting his arm around, his hand around. Okay, he's got the head, but it's the back of the head, which is typically not called an attack on the head. But now he's
The video review, the challenge is disallowed.
disallowed.
Goal.
Yes. Now, for fans out there wondering why that was disallowed, it's because the head attack doesn't really refer to the back of the head, and so
Players ready?
it wasn't enough of an attack on the head, really. If you play underwater rugby, you'll understand that. Okay. They push away. It's Bergenholtz defending here. He's down there at the bottom. He's got contractions of his diaphragm from lack of oxygen. And he strips the ball away. That's it. He goes up to the surface.
No goal.
So Gassner could not get the ball by Bergenholtz.
Penalty saved.
And Triton will take. Is that the end, or is there one more shot? Hold on. Yes, yeah, there was one more shot because Krefeld went first. So now
Players
there's
ready?
still an opportunity for Krefeld to even it up. The Krefeld goalie goes down.
I was asking players ready.
And the Krefeld player has got the ball. It's Bibahani. He's been pulled, but I don't see how. Is it Johansson? How's he going to get the ball away from him? Exciting. So Johansson unable to score. He lost the ball very early on, and it remains a tie then. Let's see what happens now.
The penalty shootout will now continue with the sudden death penalties.
Sudden death penalties now.
Everyone understands that? If you score a goal and...
Sudden death penalties. So
Now you have to keep track of the numbers. Okay, blue player number 8.
Cavallin is going to defend.
Okay. Ready?
Graf coming down from above. He's facing the feet. He's got the goalie off. The goalie's back on. It bounces, and he pushes it in.
Goal. Goal. White team are calling for a video review. What is a check? What
Triton requests a
attacking equipment?
attack on equipment, so they're going to check the film. Yannick Graf came in. He met some tough resistance here. He got down. He got the ball between his legs and then shot it in. I don't see the attack on the equipment.
Video review. You can see the blue player grabbing the equipment, the shirt of the goalkeeper. So 2 minutes, blue number 8.
Okay, so it's upheld, no goal. Yannick Graf is sent out with a 2-minute penalty for grabbing the shirt, the jersey.
There is no penalty time. No penalty time. No, just no goal.
No goal. So there's no point in going out there since it's sudden death. And so now Triton will have a chance to end it. Jürgen Persson is going to shoot. The captain.
Penalty disallowed. Players ready?
Is it Jan Kinderman? Let's see who is it defending here. 57, Jan Kinderman. Jürgen Persson he's pushing him away, but he's pushing it away. He's got to stay close to the basket. He's further away. He's got his hand up, and he's holding on to his leg, not allowing him to go up. But great effort here by Kinderman. Kinderman got the ball. Kinderman's holding on. He's going up to the service. Kinderman is saved. Jürgen, no, disallowed. Maybe he was not allowed to go out and get the ball too far away. We'll see what the call is. Will it be a reshoot or what's going on?
You can throw again, or you can change.
Okay, so it's going to be a new chance here.
New penalty for the white team.
Kinderman probably went too far away from the goal, but he has at least not surrendered a goal, so not a failure.
You can take another one, yes.
Cavallin
Players ready.
is facing Bibahani. Cavallin coming in close to the wall, straight down. He faces the legs. Bibahani spins round, puts a scissors lock on, tries to block him. He's got it. He grabbed his jersey briefly. Now there's an open goal, and he gets it in. So great game here.
Number 83, 8-3 score.
Gustav Kavalin has put an end to this long and difficult struggle. Both teams played really well. Krefeld started out stronger. They had a 1-goal lead. Triton equalized, and then they played the rest of the match with a lot of penalties, and Triton managed in the end to win in a sudden death penalty shootout. So a very dramatic final match here in the first round of the Euroleague. That was really great. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll check and see here if there's anything. Maybe Gustav Kavalin will give an interview. I'll check and see.